Today we're out here showcasing one of our great new listings over here. It is a Coeur d'Alene address, but sits on the south side of the Spokane River across from the Post Falls area. So it does give easy access to both Spokane and Post Falls. Beautiful new property, sits out here on an acre. We're gonna talk a little more about that. I got a great new video. We're gonna show this property, and then we're gonna showcase some other properties over here on this side of the river. So give you an idea of what properties are over here, what this looks like, and maybe there's something over here on this side that might interest you. Hi, I'm Reed Wilson with Living North Idaho Life. And we talk to people every day that are looking to make a move to the North Idaho area or just trying to get more information on what this area has to offer. Like I said, we're going to showcase one of our great new listings. This home is a 5-bed, 4-bath. It's just under 4,400 square feet. Sits over here, as you can see, it's in the trees, sits on an acre. You got some filtered views of the river. You got some views across the river. It's quiet, it's peaceful. You got this great big deck here behind me to come out and enjoy your mornings or your evenings. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to then showcase this home with the video that you can watch through. And then we're going to go take a look at a few other homes here in the area, just kind of give you an idea of the type of properties are on this side of the river. Everything values tend to stay very high over here in this area. It's an area that people like to be on. As you go up the mountain, there are properties with acreage. And then of course, as we get down closer to the river, the properties tend to get a little smaller, but you're on the river, and so they do get a little more expensive. Let's take a look. We're going to get after it right now. Okay, for the sake of this video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about where this property actually sits when we're talking the Riverview Drive area. You know, what areas are we talking about? It's a little deceptive. It is a Coeur d'Alene address. You know, Coeur d'Alene itself with the resort sits right down here in this area. Riverview Drive, as you come right from Coeur d'Alene here, come across the river, you head out on 95, and then you head out through here, and this drops down to Riverview Drive right here. And Riverview Drive comes along, like it says, it's Riverview in a lot of the areas, and it rolls all the way across over. And then you've got Quinlan Park over here, and then another bridge where you come across, and that takes you right into the Post Falls area. So that's what makes this a really desirable area. You've got your I-90 comes across, so you know you do have easy access in a couple areas here. You know, if you're working in Spokane, you can also come down this way if you're working in Liberty Lake, and this shoots across back road right into Liberty Lake area. The property that we're highlighting sits right here in this area here. So you do have some filtered views over these properties here and some views here across the river. And then we do talk a little bit about the Harbour Island, which sits right here. That is a great little, neat little community right there. I'll kind of blow that up. As you can see, there's a lot of homes out through here. And then I just wanted to highlight a lot of these. You've got roads that kind of come up in through here from these different areas that roll up into a lot of these acreages. And so most everything up along this mountain's anywhere from 1 to 5, or sometimes, you know, you might get some 10 or 20 acre parcels up there. But all along this hillside, some of these roads get a little windy, but you know, if you're looking for some privacy, and of course it sits on the mountain, so you do have views typically of Spokane, you know, maybe the Coeur d'Alene area, but you're going to have views across the prairie there of Rafter Mountain. So it's just beautiful along this area here. And then, like the property we're highlighting, is on 1 acre, but anything you get down in along the river is typically a smaller parcel, just because, as people, that's where the money is, they're selling properties there along the river. So a lot of that gets broken down into smaller properties. The last one we highlighted was about 3/4 of an acre. So that's a really nice size property, but a lot of beautiful properties all along the southern area of the Spokane River. And so hopefully we'll kind of give you a good idea of what's over there and spark some interest. Thanks for watching. This gorgeous home up here behind me sits at $1,349,000. It is a 4-bed, 3-bath, sits just over 3,700 square feet and sits on right about 3 acres. It sits up here in this beautiful Bella Ridge Subdivision. All has acreages, kind of in that 1 to 5 acre area, but beautiful area. Got this beautiful waterfront property here on Harbour Island. Harbour Island sits here on the Spokane River. It's just on the south side of the river, not far from Coeur D'Alene, so it's been very popular. A lot of beautiful homes in the area, so might be a good project for a video all in itself. But this property here behind me is priced out at $2,499,000. It is a 4-bed, 3-bath, just under 2,900 square feet, sits on 0.37 of an acre, and we'll get you some other pictures to throw up with this so you can get a better view of it, an idea of some of the properties here. Last property we're going to look at, and of course you can see by the sign here, it sits in on this private road, so we're not going to go back in there. And at this price tag of $4,900,000, you're buying some privacy. This home sits just under 4,500 square feet, is a 5-bed, 4.5 bath, waterfront home, has a separate RV garage shop for your boat, for your RV, or whatever other toys you want to accumulate up here. When you move to North Idaho, you got to accumulate toys. Everybody likes to ATV, snow machine, boat, jet skis, all that type of stuff. But beautiful area, sits down here just off the river, and surrounded by these beautiful trees and a lot of privacy. If this or any of the others that we talked about is of any interest, then give me a call, shoot me a text. We're happy to help you out, answer some questions. Feel free to leave us a comment below on areas or properties that maybe you'd be interested in taking a look at, or anything we can do to help make these videos a little better for you. Give us a call. Let us help make your move to North Idaho smooth transition.